Cashman.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Dr. Taco Gaming here today, and in today's video I'd like to get into Iron Banner Rift, and this is my review on the Iron Banner Rift and what I believe should be fixed in order for Iron Banner Rift to be good. But do keep in mind, before we start off this video, this is my opinion, this is what I think about Iron Banner Rift. Don't take things to heart. I know a lot of people tend to take things the wrong way, especially when it comes to opinions. A lot of people tend to take things the wrong way, and they automatically assume something. Just to let you guys know, this is my opinion on the Iron Banner Rift. So starting off with the main question here, did I like Iron Banner Rift? No, I did not like Iron Banner Rift. Mainly because I have a couple of subjects that sort of go with this topic. I've decided to make them into subjects on this certain topic. So number one, as you can see here, it's mainly late games. Now, late games is something that is very common here in the Iron Banner, and it's common overall in Crucible. Basically, when you join a game that you're losing, especially in a game mode as Rift, number one, it's for a reason why you've joined. Someone else has left the game and there's an open spot and you join in, and there is a possibility of you being able to bring back the game. Now, the problem is with that is mainly the fact that the enemy team basically has an advantage over you and you've just basically started playing the game. Like in this gameplay that I'm showing you here, I end up almost bringing it back, though the problem is that, of course, we just joined a late game. Now, another thing that tends to make late games pretty bad is seeing how everyone, like in this instance at least, in my situation here, the enemy team here has mostly heavies. And that's really not fun when you tend to join in a game where the enemy team is already in the lead and they have heavies. That's another problem as well, is that usually it's for instance, the heavies tend to be a little bit of a problem. I mean, it all depends really, like where for instance, like if you join a game where the game is specifically at. If heavy ammo round has already passed by, then I guess you'll be fine. Though during heavy ammo round and you join in, and it's like a second after, it's pretty bad. Especially if you're a player that just joined, you tend to get like utterly destroyed when it comes to the heavy. Now, number two is the meta. I've already gotten into the topic on the meta problem. The meta overall is just destroying Crucible in its current form. As you can see, overall throughout this game, I was practically forced into using Mida. Now, number one, the reason why I used Mida is because it's one of the most used guns in the Crucible, and I feel like Destiny's kind of shoving it down my throat because this is one of the only good guns left. Yes, I love the Mida. I've loved the Mida since year one. I've been using Mida just before basically anyone else started using it. At the time when I was using Mida, barely anyone used it. Now, obviously, here you see half of the people running around with Midas. Number two, the second most used gun in the Crucible. Well, in Iron Banner, I saw it most of the time as well. Is the last word. I don't know what the whole big deal with the last word is, though. A lot of people have been recently using it. Mainly, I just see that with 1,000-yard stare, which that's another gun that I have a problem with. Now, not only the 1,000-yard stare, but snipers overall have been being used in Iron Banner, which tends to make things a little bland, very, very boring. The meta tends to make to me at least, Crucible overall boring. I don't get what the whole big deal with the last word is. Maybe it's because I don't like the last word. Honestly, I actually do not like the last word. I don't like the way it shoots. I don't like anything about the last word, to be honest. The fact that Bungie buffed it again, I guess that's what triggered people to actually start using the last word again. Though I do believe that a lot of people have been using it. I don't know why, like why they're using it. Though that's one of the main guns as well that a lot of people are starting to use. But overall, I've been seeing a lot of Midas in the Iron Banner. Now, it's not the player's fault. I do not blame the player. Of course, they must love the gun. I get that. Of course, I love the Mida multi-tool. I've used it since year one. I like the way it is. It's basically one of my favorite scout rifles, though because Bungie has nerfed a lot of guns in the past, they basically make weapons unusable. At least in my eyes, I see a lot of unusable weapons in the Crucible, and this definitely does affect Iron Banner. I've seen rarely any pulse rifles. I actually have not seen many pulse rifles in the Iron Banner. If it is a pulse rifle, it's usually the Neurone's Mercy. And aside from that, I've only died once by the Red Death, and that was like the first day Iron Banner came out. Basically, I feel as if the meta is kind of ruining Crucible for me, and no, not even Crucible. Well, yeah, overall Crucible, but it ruined Iron Banner for me. Another thing that basically a lot of people have been using is the snipers. Now, I don't blame them. It's basically the fact that fusion rifles, in my eyes, have been destroyed by Bungie, since a lot of players back in the community wanted to get rid of fusion rifles. Because yes, don't get me wrong, they were very powerful back then, and yeah, they deserved a little nerf. But you rarely see anyone using a fusion rifle, and if you see anyone using a fusion rifle, it is usually, off the top of my head, the only one that I've actually gotten killed by is the Iron Banner one. I forgot the name. But honestly, that's really about it. That's like the only fusion rifle I've really died by, and that's like 4 times. Shotguns. Now, here's the thing about shotguns. Most of the shotguns are actually in a pretty good place right now. Though the Conspiracy Theory D overall is the main gun that I basically have a problem with. In the time of the video, I had a 317 Daedrus Retort, and of course the level advantages are on and whatnot. And at the time I had like a 313 Titan, and as you can see, I'm using the Daedrus Retort right now. This is the one that I was using, and I went up against a from what I can remember, like at least like a 309 hunter, and this hunter went up to me with the Conspiracy Theory, and I shot him with my Daedrus Retort, and mind you, it had rangefinder, and I was in a pretty good range, close to his, and I end up shooting him, and he barely has any health left, though he shoots me with Conspiracy Theory from the same range, and it ends up one-shotting me. Now, I don't have a problem with shotguns. I really don't. I think shotguns at this point in time are in a really good position. I think this is where shotguns should be at. Not too overpowered, but not too weak either. This is perfect for shotguns, in my opinion, at least. Though, the Conspiracy Theory D is something that a lot of players are holding on to. I don't know why. I kind of call it the crutch theory, because that gun to me is just a complete crutch overall. I don't like the way it is. I don't like the way it looks. It's just, to me, it's a crutch. From the snipers, of course, the reason why people tend to use these is because these weapons are easily obtainable. I mean, everyone uses them because everyone can get them real easy. Just like the 1,000-yard stare, you can buy it from the Vanguard, gun seller or whatever, quartermaster, whatever you want to call them. I don't even remember the name at this point. Though, the 1,000-yard stare overall was one of the most used snipers in the game. as of now, it's a very overused sniper. They usually tend to go with Last Word and Conspiracy Theory. Last Word and the Thousand Yard Stare, or Mida with Conspiracy Theory, which that's basically the main meta. But basically, yeah, the meta was one of the main things that ruined Iron Banner for me. Number 3, the loot that you get. Overall, you just saw my on my Warlock what it is that I got on Iron Banner. The loot is absolutely horrible, in my opinion. It's really, really bad. The only 2 things that I actually got from the drops in Iron Banner Rift were like 289. No, not even a 289. My bad. Yeah, no, like around 301 and like a 289, like 289 boots or something like that. I remember I only got the boots for my Warlock and the boots for my Titan. I really didn't bother going rank 5 with my Warlock because I kept losing many games. Now, the fact that the loot drops are pretty bad, I honestly wasn't really motivated to play. The highest thing that I got this Iron Banner Rift was a 314 mark for the Titan, and I know that it's RNG, it's based on RNG, I get that, I know, I've been playing Destiny since year 1, but a lot of players recently on the forums, I read the forums, a lot of players on the forums were saying that the Iron Banner loot drops are pretty bad, and honestly, I don't blame them. I got a 310 Ghost off of rank 5, not that I'm looking one for 320 or something, I'm looking one for at least higher than 310, fuck, even like a 314 one would have been nice. Though I always get a 310 Ghost, just like everyone else, I believe. But yeah, you don't really get much from rank 5. Now, the fact that there are some people that lags, the matchmaking sort of did work, though there was always that one guy in the damn game that's always lagging, and it always messes up the other players. Now, in my last video, I mentioned that it's not their fault. It's not the players' internet. It could be their internet. Though what I'm trying to get at is it's not their fault. They probably can't pay for better internet, or something's going on with it at the moment, and this is all they can do. And that's fine. I get it, because not everyone's internet can be perfect. Though the fact that I see one person lagging overall affects the entire game is something that shouldn't really happen, due to the fact that I never saw that in like Black Ops 2. I've never seen really many people lag in Black Ops 3. I don't know. Just the lag in this game tends to affect gameplay more than it should. Now, another thing that really bothered me was the overuse, the recycling of maps. There's only really been 4 maps, or 5 maps, that I've seen in Iron Banner Rift. Number 1, as you can see I'm playing on the map right now, is Memento. That's the number 1 map that I see, Oh, by the way, if you just saw that right there, that was the hunter that shot me with a conspiracy theory. So, number 1, it was, like I said, it was Memento. Number 2 was, I believe it was, damn, if I can remember that. I'm always bad with names. Number 2, was Black Shield. Black Shield was one of the most used ones in this game. Number 3 was Vertigo. Number 4 was Frontier. And I believe I'm missing one more. I forgot the name of it. Though I know there was a total of 5 maps that they just kept reusing. Like, you wouldn't see any other map besides these 5. Though I at the moment, I forgot which one it was. If I do remember later in this video, I will say it. I completely forgot because I don't keep track of them. I just know that they're very, very overused. Basically, those were the main things that kind of bothered me and made Iron Banner Rift kind of dull, in my opinion. It's at this point, I believe everyone can agree that the Iron Banner this month was not something we were expecting. Though for Destiny right now, things are a little dry. I'm kind of looking forward to Crimson Doubles. They said that there's something with 320 loot, though. I hope they can make something with PvE as well. So yeah, that's basically all that kind of ruined Iron Banner Rift for me. Though I want to give a big thanks to Bungie for at least trying to make things different, trying to spice things up a bit. Changing from Control to Clash to Rift, so things aren't as boring as it is. So yeah, overall it was not that great. I don't really like Rift as a game mode overall, though. That's really these main problems that I had with Rift. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you guys didn't really like Iron Banner Rift, or if you did like Iron Banner Rift, go ahead and comment down below in the comment section, down right there below, and tell me why is it that you liked or did not like Iron Banner Rift. So yeah, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. You can go ahead and subscribe to my other one. I will be down in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.